Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for May 14th, 2020. This is a reading for the collective for all signs, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. As you guys know, I'm using the Light Seers Tarot if you guys are interested. Messages for the collective, May 14th, 2020. And I do apologize if you hear a little buzz in the background. I have a fan on that needs to stay on. I'm sorry if it annoys any of you guys. But hopefully you guys can also hear the birds singing. I have the windows open and it's a beautiful spring day. And there was lots of commotion, activity out there in the bird kingdom earlier. So a little gift to you from nature. Five of Pentacles. Death. Hanged Man. And the Lovers. All right. Doesn't look too bad. Looks like you guys are coming out of something here. Wow. All right. I love it because you have three major arcanas. Starting off with the Five of Pentacles. We'll get into this in a second. Let's look at your overall energy. Overall energy is the Sun card. This is the happiest card in the deck, you guys. This is optimism. This is co-creation. Oftentimes we see twins here, so I often think of, twin flames, soulmate unions. But again, it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. This is you throwing your arms up in the air, going out. Look, there's this bird that's pulling on her necklace. See, I knew those birds were singing loudly this morning for a reason. Everything's gonna be all right. This is just this beautiful, I'm just so happy. I can feel this like joy coming up and really coming from my heart center. So something here, you guys, is making you very happy or will be making you very happy shortly. Underneath that, you have the Four of Swords and you have the Knight of Cups. So interesting. The Four of Swords is all about healing. You can see this person has gone inward for protection and for balance. Maybe somebody's healing from a physical ailment, some sort of loss, maybe just coming out of a sense of anxiety and depression. And underneath you have the Knight of Cups. This is somebody coming in. Maybe some of you guys are getting a romantic offer here. So others of you, this is just commitment. This is somebody who's opening up to you emotionally. And it's really bringing you a sense of healing and a sense of joy. So very, very nice. Again, this could be a romantic relationship or it could just be, remember, soulmate type energy. Can be anything from your household pets to your best friends, to lovers, to family members. Okay, so take it how it resonates. But I have a feeling some of you already know what this Sun card is. You might have woken up this morning feeling maybe a little bit different, maybe just a little bit more optimistic about the way things are going. So the first card out is this Five of Pentacles. This is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and this is a card of being lonely. This is a card of sadness. This is a card of feeling left out in the cold. This is a card of feeling abandoned, okay? Some of you might have been doing some inner child work. Again, that inner child, if we look back at our relationships and we look and see, if we have feelings of abandonment, maybe you were holding on to a toxic relationship because you didn't want to feel alone. It was a comfortable relationship. So some of you may have worked through some of those issues going back to, now this could be a romantic relationship, it could be a friendship, it could also be a job. This fear, this lack of self-trust, especially if you've lost your job or you're losing your job or what have you. And those birds, they are going nuts. I think that's beautiful. But this energy here, this is a tough energy to work through. And you may have gone through a period of self-doubt and isolation, but sweetheart, you guys are coming out of it. Coming out of it. You're healing from it. So we have the death and the rebirth. Some of you, this might have been like a mini or a real dark night of the soul. Okay, so the death and the rebirth, this is that scorpionic energy. Again, we're still sort of in that energy of the full moon in Scorpio, so doing the shadow work. And I think a lot of you had to work through some feelings of self-doubt, abandonment, maybe even a feeling of lack. Okay, so oftentimes when we're trying to attract abundance, but we're kind of feeling desperate about it, all right, we send out those vibes of I don't have, I need, which creates, more void, right? It's that energy that comes back to you. So what you've put out is coming back to you, and I feel like you guys have really worked through that. Some of you might have experienced an ending. Again, I was picking up on some of you might have been leaving a toxic situation that you were attached to because of comfort, or because you were worried about feeling left out, or you were worried about feeling abandoned, which may have triggered, inner child issues or childhood issues. So I love this because the Scorpio energy tells me endings bring new beginnings. This is a major shift that's going to bring you a lot of healing and happiness, and then also either making you more emotionally available and attractive. So like as you're enjoying this present moment, as you're healing and clearing these issues, I think there's somebody there that's taking notice. Okay. All right, then you get the Hanged Man. This is Piscean energy. This is Neptunian energy. This is all about smoke and mirrors. This is all about a very, very conscious awakening. So some of you may have been doing this work or going through this transformation without even quite realizing it. And the Hanged Man energy is telling me now it's time to bring this to your consciousness. Be very, I want to say something about cycles and something here that's cyclical. There's an important message here about don't court exhaustion by trying to rush ahead after what you've just been through or what you're going through. That this is a very important milestone that you're hitting or that you're passing. And I feel like you're running the risk of getting stuck on this linear timeline. And Spirit really wants to emphasize that everything here is cyclical. So don't run into exhaustion and think, I need to go, 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 go. No, you need to also recognize how important this step is that you've taken and the healing that you're doing. This process of healing, again, it's a process. It's not something that happens overnight. Reward yourself for that. Give yourself credit where credit is due, and don't just sort of like rush forward. Spirit wants you to be present and wants you to really savor this moment, because for some of you, this is major up-leveling, ascension on your spiritual journeys. For others of you, it's working through a relationship. Again, issues that you might have had with abandonment or codependency. And for others of you, it's about that law of attraction and kind of starting to figure out where that sweet spot is to attract what it is you want, and most of all, what it is you need for your highest good, okay? And that Hanged Man energy is telling me this is also a very concerted effort. So oftentimes we see the Hanged Man energy as somebody pulling back, as a very passive energy, but it takes a lot of gull for someone to go and hang themselves. Normally it's from it's Odin hanging from a tree, making this major sacrifice. But, in this case, hanging themselves from, these, from one of these ribbons, I think they're called. I can't remember what these things are called. Oh, they're so beautiful when people do it. But anyway, point is, it's not actually a passive movement. It takes a lot in order to get yourself up there and to be willing and open to not only experience this enlightenment, have this aha moment, but also to be quiet and to be still. Because when you start meditating, as I'm sure almost all of my listeners have at least tried or are experts at it by now, it's not easy. 2 or 3 minutes of quiet stillness is not easy. Okay, and so this is you sort of like getting the hang of it. This is you slipping into that mastery, and Spirit doesn't want this to go ignored. This is really important. This is not really a time to be humble about it within, to ignore how positive and how important this milestone is for you guys. And then you get the Lovers card. For some of you, I mean, you guys get the Sun and the Lovers card coming out, and you get this romantic Knight of Cups energy. For some of you guys, this is, maybe that's the start of a new relationship. It's coming out of a feeling of, I don't deserve this. I always make the wrong decision. Negative self-talk. For others of you, you shirked the easy way out. Oftentimes this Five of Pentacles is also a spiritual journey, like the Hermit card, like walking on that journey alone, right? Taking that journey on their own, that's not easy. And coming out on the other side, again, having this major glow up because you've transformed on the inside, and that's really showing on the outside. And I really feel like there's some secret admirer energy here, or that this energy has really brought you in alignment, and some of you are going to be attracting life partners. Remember, we also have Venus has entered retrograde in Gemini, so you might have somebody coming back to you for healing and closure. And then once that wound is healed, there's this, it opens that door for, a real twin flame soulmate energy to come through. Now, for others of us, it's not going to be romantic. It might have to do with your career. And the Lovers card is finding that perfect balance, finding that sweet spot. What you're looking for has been looking for you, and this energy of healing and clearing that you've done or that you're working through, that's most likely something that was triggered on or during that Scorpio full moon. Well, guess what? Dreams are coming true. Balance is being achieved. And you guys, I'm glowing. I'm grinning from ear to ear for you. This is beautiful energy. Happy. All right, so let's go ahead and pull some Psychic Tarot for you guys for additional messages for the collective, May 14th, 2020. Patience. I love it. Patience, this is all about taking your time. This is also divine timing is at work. Again, this healing, this journey that you've been on, it's been a process. And I think you've been quite patient with the process. It's taken a long time. This person has planted a seed. I love the duality in this picture. Okay, we see the duality there. We see the duality here. Okay, represented and mirrored in the beginning on this side of the reading and the other side of the reading. Okay, so it's beautiful. So it's finding that balance. It's finding that, again, finding that sweet spot. But you've been really patient, I think, with this healing and with this process. And Spirit doesn't want you to gloss over or run past this milestone and this victory. You deserve it. For some of you guys, again, it's mastering meditation. And now you're really opening up that crown chakra. And on this spiritual journey, you are operating at such a high level, and you can feel it, okay? You can feel it. You're communing with Source, your spirits, your angels, ancestors. Some of you guys might be doing work with your ancestors or past life regression as well. And Spirit's like, you know what? You are on track. Okay, but don't discount how important this step is. And Spirit wants me to tell you how awesome you are. And you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Cancer energy. The Chariot. Success. This is a testament to your power, to your movement, okay? This is travel. Some of you guys are traveling a lot in the dream space. And yeah, this is just major up-leveling. Brilliant success. The Sun, the Chariot card, the Lovers. I mean, you guys, this reading is so much bigger than just today. And then you get 8 of Swords, trapped in fear. Yeah, but don't... This is just echoing what I was saying to you. Don't think you don't deserve this. Don't think that this is some sort of fluke that this has happened. This is your doing. Okay? Don't be afraid to take the next step. Don't be afraid to stand in your power. Don't be afraid to merge your will and your desires. Okay? Because this is what you deserve. This is what you've been working for. This is, the abundance. This is your birthright. Whether this is financial, whether this is getting that job you've been asking for. Again, remember, you guys, what you are looking for has been looking for you. Okay, and this is no mistake. Okay, this is no random coincidence here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pull. You know, I can never remember the name of these cards. The Soul's Journey cards. The Soul's Journey lesson cards. They're really beautiful, in my opinion. So, additional messages for the collective. May 14th, 2020. Worry. Look, it's coming out again. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. For some of you guys, I think that after a long journey, a difficult journey, a lonely journey, where you were unsure, where you were sad, where you felt like you didn't have enough, I think you're starting to get a taste of something that you really want. Either it's a person, a relationship, a job, a way of being. Maybe some of you guys, it's being, sheltering in place and realizing, this is so awesome. I get to sleep in late, I get to work on me, I get to practice, my meditations, whatever it might be, learning a new skill. This is awesome. And some of you guys are starting to worry that this isn't going to last forever. Well, first of all, nothing lasts forever, right? There's cycles. Life is a continuous cycle. But I think some of you guys are worried that it's going to be taken away from you. Don't think that way. Spirit wants to stop this right now. You deserve this. This isn't going anywhere unless you make it go somewhere, right? And you can do that. It can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you're like, this person's going to leave me, this person's not going to like me, this job is only temporary, this money isn't going to last, whatever it might be. So again, worrying isn't going to change the outcome, and it's only going to anchor you in a negative space, okay? And that could become a self-fulfilling prophecy. So there is a warning here. Don't blow it. No pressure, right? Don't blow it. And then you get balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Yeah, and I really feel like some of you are at risk of harshly judging yourselves, because some of us aren't used to getting what we want. Some of us aren't going to be used to feeling what you're feeling right now because it's been such a long time, right? Don't judge yourself too harshly. You deserve this. Stop worrying. You've worked for this. This is your energy. This is your birthright. What I can't help but notice is that there's a lot of purple color coming out here. And for those of you who are working with crystals, okay, again, if you guys have amethyst, some of you might want to work with your amethyst at this time to continue this healing. Amethyst is also a great stone that will help you attract, okay? So just take a look at how beautiful that is. If you don't have amethyst, you can either get your hands on it, or if you have cards, you can focus on those cards, or you can just take the image that I'm showing you and bring that to your meditations and your healing work. Okay. All right, now let's go to the angels and let's see what final message we have for the collective for May 15th, 2020. Did I say May 15th? May 14th. Sorry, you guys, I'm getting ahead of myself. Heaven's messages. Your loved ones in heaven want you to know that they are safe, protected, and reunited with family and friends. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, so some of you might have been working with a passed on loved one. Again, in these readings, I always call on your ancestors, your spirit guides, spirit, and your loved ones who have passed. So for some of you guys, this journey is also being supported by your passed on loved ones and your ancestors. There's no coincidence that I said some of you guys are doing soul retrieval and you guys might be doing past life regression. There's something here where some of you guys are focusing on, you know, and being supported by people who love you and are helping you on this journey who have passed. This is a beautiful energy, you guys. Absolutely beautiful energy. I'm getting some of you, and I have to say this, and this may just be for one of you. Some of you may have lost a partner. You might have lost your life partner. I don't know if it's recently or not. Okay, but this is a message from them, because I'm really seeing this Lovers card and this Heaven's messages. Okay, and they want you to know that they're okay, more than okay, and they're by your side, and they want you to be happy. They're saying you deserve happiness and you deserve healing. Okay, that's a very specific message. Very, very specific message. And again, with the roses, this person may have, you know, may have bought you flowers. I'm even getting recently, before they passed, or maybe you brought flowers to them. So you can take a look at this card. Okay. And that's just a very specific message just for maybe one of you who's experienced a loss. Okay. All right, you guys, I love you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this message and this reading. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, share, ring that notification bell. But most of all, I want to thank you for being on this journey with me, and I hope you have an absolutely beautiful day. Take care.